that is my credo, not my ego.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. Check right.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Play action. Now it's Tua. Out to his left. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Right, 97, no, 52. Right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tanner Conner, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of 8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Lockett, the man in motion. They go play action. Trubisky. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching team.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and out.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Channing Tindall, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Well, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Trubisky. Now this a quick slant to Lockett. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs. And you
looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Tua. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trubisky's throw going to be caught by Davis. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in from Miami touchdown. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Jets, nothing.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This pass out wide to Hall. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 32 on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, Brad, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Strike. Strike.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Fine. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And his throw here's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball that coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Yellow, blue.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores.
Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Noah Fant, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Zerline good with a PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, are you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Hey, check, nigga. Hey.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Alert, 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 alert! Hands up! Move, move, move!
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now Hill to return it. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Let's go!
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Brad! Check you!
Tua sets up to pass it. Throw right side here taken in by Bateman. And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Ready, go! Black shot! Hell, hell! No, 52!
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Yellow, go! Field, black!
Tua to throw again. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Striker, 3-3. Ready?
One more time with Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Red, strike it. 1-3 rail.
Looking to pass. Tua. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. As the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome. But completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. It's caught. Lockett. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
Hard work. Hard work. And man, up. Hey, ball. Hard work. Hard work.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Running the counter with Mostert, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tua going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Xavier Rhodes sprints in on the corner blitz for the sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And this throw will be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that discipline behind them and find ways to make plays.
From the 17, Trubisky. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Wilson's got it complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
The general manager of the New York Jets continues to make investments in the receiver room in this draft. 10th overall pick. They invested again, this time with Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. Great speed, outstanding body control, really goes up and snatches the ball out of the air. Everything that you're looking for in a WR1. He gets the 1st down right there.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Lock in.
They'll give to Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he fires one incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Trubisky to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Again, it's Trubisky. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The fullback dive held up short, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and 10, Trubisky able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Trubisky will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. John Hightower, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. And my goodness, another interception. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Okay, ready? What a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Let's go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
52 blaster. Right, 97.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Rashad Bateman from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Trubisky lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, fight.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there's a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for him during this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess? He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Again, it's Mostert pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off.
Here we go. Here we go. Long red.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Trubisky on 1st down.
On the slant, it's Fant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky
taking in left side. It's Wilson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. One last shot for Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Dolphins, it took a while, but they finally get that.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started. Y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop. You ain't here? I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel